Hello, my name's John. These are the Necromunda Spyre Hunters, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to the fifth and final video in making the Spyre Hunters from Necromunda. In today's video we are going to be making the Hunt Master. Let me just grab a picture of that to show you. So that is the Hunt Master in the bottom corner. Now the Hunt Master can have a variety of different weapons. I think I've chosen the ones I want to do, but I'll start by making the body of this one. I've got a few bits to do some minor conversions. What I've also got, after testing all of the camera positions through the week and playing around, I'm giving the sprue cam another go. So there is sprue cam up in the top corner. So that keeps an eye on the sprues as I start working. So first things first, I want to make the body and the legs. So I do have a previous sprue from this project as I've been making the items, which has one leg on it, which I'm going to actually use that leg in this project. So it's been a nice selection of kind of builds this week, and finishing up with the Hunt Master, it kind of rounds it off nicely. Obviously there are a few other bits that I can make with these kits which I haven't made yet, but for now I'm quite happy with what I've got. I do have to work out exactly what I want to include in my gang, as I can't include all of the Spyre Hunters because they're just too pricey in the game, but that's okay. So I need parts 1 and 2. So I don't know with these videos whether always having 2 cameras is a good thing, or have a bit of a play around depending on the kind of the video. Sprue cam can always turn into palette cam if I'm doing some painting. What I will do, let me zoom in on the main camera. There we go. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So I've come up with an idea for a very minor conversion on the Hunt Master, and it's the only real thing is it's changing the legs from the ones that it says in the instructions, which might mean that I have to do a little bit of kind of alteration to the base, but that's okay. It's something that can kind of change and play around. Sorry, I was off camera for that gluing. Just want to make sure run some glue down the seams. So the first leg that I'm going to attach is the one that it recommends in the instructions, which is that one just there. And then the next one, rather than, that stands up on one leg, cool. Rather than using the running leg that it's suggesting, what I want to do is use the other leg from the Malkadon kit, which is this one just here, which is 14. So let me trim that out. And the one thing, it may not work because this leg is on some fallen masonry, so it might not look right in position, or it might just not fit at all because it's not the right leg. Okay, so that doesn't quite fit, so I'm going to have to do some surgery on this. So it's asking for leg 3. So what I'm going to do, rather, hang on, is leg 3 and leg 13 the same? Right, I'm going to do a little compare and contrast. Let's get that one out of there, and then it is on this one just here. They do look very similar, those legs. Let's have a little look see. I don't want it doing a running position, but I could adjust this. Yeah, what I'm going to do, it could just be as simple as adjusting the foot actually. So clipping off the front toe to then position this one in place, or just go for the whole foot and then add some detail. Okay, let's have a look at these. Let's try and hold these. Okay. So I think right, I'm going to do a leg transplant. Will it look weird? So there's the one thing, whenever you've got a new model, it's kind of, the thing with this model, it's kind of running forwards and springing. But what I want to kind of do, I mean, it could be springing off some material, similar to the assassin models from Warhammer 40,000 as it's running off a wall. I should have planned this before starting the video, but I'm just having one of those moments, one of those thoughts as I go. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this leg on, the original one, because I can always cut the foot off later on. So I'm going to keep thinking, oh, a bit more glue needed, keep thinking about this process of this conversion while I get on with a few other bits. So, as this stands here, I quite like the idea of there being rubble that it's leaping off, a bit more dynamic. And it could just be right, let's stick this to a base for now. Right, let's do it like that. Yeah, it's, although I thought about this being a nice conversion, nice, quick and easy, it's actually a lot more to it than just jumping straight in and cutting the foot off and that kind of thing. So with the price of minis, I don't want to just jump into this and screw it up. I think that could work if it's sitting on some more detail, I think. Sorry, my mind is doing a lot of thinking at the moment as I'm working this out. Right. And looking at this, so what I can do is I can cut this leg at that piston just there, and then cut it just at the joint there. And this leg I can cut at the piston there and the joint there, so I get the back of the piston of the leg, this front section, and then I can stick that on. Would have been easier to think of that before I'd stuck it in place, but that's the game. I'm going to get around to finally changing this blade. So now do you think, well, I'll put it on the screen if I now cut myself in this video. Now I've finally got around to changing this blade. Blunt blades are always the ones I cut myself on, but now I'm going to change it to this. You know, sod's law, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to start with this one. So, got to be careful because, oh, okay, it's not as easy as that. I've just flipped it over and saw that the piston doesn't. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Should I just cut it? Oh. The decisions of cutting up a pricey model. Now if I was doing this on a live stream, I could ask anyone watching it what they think. I mean, I could. Okay, I've got a plan. Let me just clean up this shitty cut that bit there. That'll disappear. That's okay, that'll disappear. I'm just going to clip this. Just below the knee. Done it now. Cut that now. Right. Carefully. I want to remove that knee. So let's do a little bit of trimming. There we go. A little bit more trimming. And now I want to carefully clean this up. Okay. So there we have that leg from below the knee. Now I'm going to do the same on this one. What are the chances the glue hasn't dried? There we go. That makes it a lot easier. And I have an alternative version of this leg if it does go wrong. But the first thing I need to do is just trim it off. There we go. So. Right. Let's do this on camera carefully. I'll take my time and make sure I'm on camera. Note to self, always look at the camera screen when you're cutting the plastic. Okay, let's so sprue cam's not doing very much at the moment, is it? Okay, so looking at that, you can see where I need to cut away. So let's flatten that carefully. So that is perfect for that position of the knee. And then I need to just go and bring that down towards the knee. Now, worst case scenario, I get the green stuff out. Best case scenario, I don't, and it looks amazing. But hey. Okay, let's flatten this off slightly. So that's I mean, overall, it's a shame that the legs don't just, they're not, you can't substitute them for each of the hunters. That's okay. Right, I'm going to glue the leg in place and then put the lower leg on, and then I might green stuff it later on if there's too big a holes, or I might make some little plastic slurry with the glue and fill it that way. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on there first, and then run some glue on that side, and then, so at the moment there's going to just be this big chunk of material in the air, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more material and I'm going to stick it underneath. Oh, that's not what we want. Patience with the glue. Right. Gonna need some green stuff later on, but that's okay. Okay, so now I need to find something that I can put underneath it, and I do have, if I put it onto sprue cam, let's zoom out a little bit. So I have this sprue that comes with the game itself, which has barricades and things like that, and I reckon if I clip a bit off one of these barricades I can put it underneath. The one that I'm looking at that interests me the most is something like this one with the texture of that doorway on. So what I'm going to do now is clip this off. Let's get sprue cam with the original sprue back on there. So there we have this one, and I reckon it'll fit under there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to roughly clip along that line, give it a tear so I don't get a tidy edge, and then that kind of fits underneath. But I think I'll have to do some green stuff. Actually, if I put some green stuff underneath it, that will push it up slightly. So I just want to hack this up a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to the day I'm filming this. Is obviously a few weeks before the video comes out, but this week hopefully I will be getting my copy of Space Marine 2. I loved Space Marine when it came out many years ago, but yeah, Space Marine 2, something that's interested me for a while since I saw it was released, saw the release announcement. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to dab some glue there. and a little bit more, and then I'm going to dab some glue down here. And what I'm looking for, which I didn't find, is it to stay in position. I need to be more patient, and I need to get some more glue in there. Let's wait for a second. I realised that wasn't even on camera. Apologies again. Okay. I can see where I need to run some glue down. This is why I love this Tamiya glue. You can kind of get that brush into position, and yeah, it works nicely. Okay, yeah, I'll fill the underneath later on, but there we have this one so far. So, brilliant. I couldn't have timed that eBay announcement any better if you heard that on screen. Right, so what I'm looking for now, I want to use for this character, I want the yelled oh, the name's gone out of my head. The laser gun that the Yeld uses, and I want a Malcadon claw. So it's going to be this one just here. So I'm going to have to work out exactly what sprue cam does. Whether I position it somewhere slightly differently, so all the close-up work can go on that one. Yeah, that's what I want. And then on the main camera, you kind of see everything that's happening. At the moment, it's a bit indistinguishable exactly what's going on. Right, I want arm number 7 and arm number 8. So arm number 8 there's still one on the old sprue, so I'm going to grab that off, and that is the right arm. I have to say, all in all, these Spyre Hunters are a really nice selection of models. And I want number 7. I bet number 7 hasn't been used. Actually, do I want number 7? That's a slightly bent arm. What I want is this one here. So let's go to the Yeld, and I am looking for exactly the same one, number 7. Okay, fine, I stand corrected. And how can I not see it again? 17, 16. Well, there we go. There is 7 in the corner. Okay, that's not. Oh, actually, no, that works. That works fine. That works fine. Now, the one thing I would say, which is a shame with the hunt leader, is that they can't have, or that I haven't seen that they can have, any of the Oros equipment, which is a shame, because the Oros are a proper powerhouse model. I think I might have gone with the wrong arm for what I want. Yeah, I have. Let's whip that out. I want... Let me have a look at the instructions so I can see which one. Yeah, I want 16, I think. I mean, I've got spares now with this kit. There's plenty of stuff that becomes spare on this. And with the way that the plastic glue does take a little bit of time to go off, I can, to a certain extent, play around with it. Oh, I don't know if I like that one either. Okay. Last option is number 2. Let's have a look at that. I mean, the benefit is I can find the one I prefer to use out of all of these and then use it, but I've got to remember... no. Right, I'm going to go back to the original. Jeez, that's a... jumping around with that plastic glue, and I can always cut it off later on and change the position of it. I'm being impatient and I just want to get it done. I have a vision in my mind. That's okay. Yeah, what I'll probably do when the glue's dried is I'll cut it just above the elbow and I'll rotate it slightly. But for now, I'm happy with that. Yeah, kind of. Right. So now I want 8, which is this one just here in the top corner. So let's tidy that up. I've already done it. I've already put that arm in. What am I thinking? I've already put that arm in from the other sprue. So what I need now is from the Malcadon one, I need 28 and 29. I'm all over the place finishing this one off, aren't I? 28 and 29. So I've got to remember I've still got the power pack on the back to do, but that's okay. It's because I haven't eaten yet. I'm going to make some food after this. What I'm going to eat, I don't know. Who knows, if I end up not having enough content, I might start recording my meals. I'm sure everyone will be thrilled to see that. I'm really blabbering now and just rambling on. I apologise. Okay. Aye, aye, aye. Pay attention, take your time. There we go. Right, while that hand is drying slightly, let me get... Why have I got a spare 18? 1, 2, 3. Have I missed one on one of the previous ones? Ah, the Yeld has a different... No, does it? Oh, actually... Should I put the Yeld backpack on this one? Let's have a look. Let's cut out the Yeld backpack. Because obviously this Huntmaster has a slightly different suit on. So it might be quite nice to have something a little different. And it's whether I don't know if it fits this body, but we'll find out in a second as I try and helps if I put it the right way around. There we go. With or without. You know what? It stays in position, so I'm going to leave it on there to think about it for now. So I'll just pop it off while we glue the Malcadon claw on. Okay, so there we have that one there for now. Because I want this suit to be slightly beefier, slightly bigger. So head-wise now, right, let's have a look at my choices. Okay, on sprue cam, I've already used that one. And actually, there's some on the Oros one as well. Sorry, sprue cam at some point turned off. So I've turned it back on. For however long that's been off, I don't know. I apologise. No, different head types on. Right, I think I'm gonna go with a similar one to the one that was on the Jakara, because to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to include the Jakara in my gang. I might be wrong. I might completely underestimate what that one is. But hey. But I like the look of that on that one. So there is my Huntmaster. Still got to decide on the power pack on the back. But yeah, really quite happy with that. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There is my Necromunda Spyre Hunter Huntmaster. Hope you've enjoyed this series of videos. If you want me to do a follow-up on painting all of these, please drop a comment. If you've enjoyed these videos, hit a like, consider doing a subscribe. But all I can say for now is thank you so much for tuning in this week. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.